Three. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Carl Taylor with Midwest Athletics. Today we have another special guest. We're going to have 5 minutes with Alex Whalen from Notre Dame Prep out of Pontiac, Michigan today. We're going to ask him a few questions about him and his recruiting. Alex is going to be attending the Hillsdale College Showcase. This is the second year for him to come into this showcase for top academic athletes and colleges. So we're looking forward to seeing him on the football field and seeing what he can do. But we're going to have 5 minutes with him to talk about his background, who he is, and kind of get to know the person behind the Notre Dame Prep defense. So, Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Coach Taylor.
Good. So, Alex, tell me a little about yourself. Tell me about Notre Dame Prep and your GPA, your size. Tell me, give me all that measurables that coaches are wanting to look for.
Okay, well, I have a cumulative GPA of a 4.39 and an ACT score of a 34. My height is 6 foot and my weight is 210 pounds. And I go to Notre Dame Prep, which is a highly academic school, #1 rated Catholic school in Michigan.
Nice. Yeah, it's, from you and I talked about Notre Dame Prep. My kids went to a school that Notre Dame Prep played against back in the day. And so I know it pretty well. It's definitely a highly academic school. The football program is pretty well. You got a great football coach there. Tell me a little bit about the team and the school itself in general. Tell me, what are some of the notable teams you play? Some of the notable players that might have come out of there in the last couple of years?
Well, we're independent, so that means we can play anyone from anywhere. We played last year a team from Indiana during Catholic, and that was a good way to go down there and play against them, have a good game against them. But we played many other schools like Detroit Country Day, Milford, Flint Powers, and we're open to be able to play as many teams as we can, and that lets us be competitive. And I think that works well with our school because our school is very athletically competitive, and we just like to have the competition.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you're playing against Country Day, who finished second last year and went to the state championship. So playing teams like that and beating those type of teams means that Notre Dame Prep does have a fairly competitive team, and being independent, it means that you're playing most of the top 10 teams in the state. You play linebacker for the team. Tell me a little bit about the scheme and how the team works for you, for the football program.
Well, we're a 4-2-5 defense. Well, what really it comes down to is just how we run our schemes and how we get between our different packages. And I'd say that's probably one of the most important things about our team is the communication and the ability to switch between packages, especially from a week-to-week basis. And one of that things allows me is to play fast and play aggressive to the ball, which I can be able to get to the ball carrier into the spot as quick as possible because my team prepares well, and we always are hustling and trying to get there as fast as possible.
You know what? It's funny you say that, how you talk about you getting yourself to the ball. I noticed your film, how well you can read the holes and read the gaps, as they say, and quickly get in there and fill it, make the tackle, and also getting the pass coverage. Being the defense, do you see yourself as a leader of the team, either team captains? Tell me a little bit about how that's going right now. What do you see yourself?
I would see myself more as like a leader of the team, trying to be able to help this team get well together. Like last year, we had our team awards, and I was selected as a defensive MVP by my peers.
Oh,
that's
really?
usually a senior award. So it was a great accomplishment and be able to be recognized by my peers for not only my leadership but my skill set.
Awesome. So you were named Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, as a junior in your school. Yeah. That's pretty impressive that the underclassmen, upperclassmen really thought well of you to be that. That's unheard of in a lot of places. Excuse me. Because the fact is, mostly you give it to the seniors award. So that's good to know. I know that you are a 4.39 student, which is great, and the ACT score off the chart. What are you looking to study in college?
I'm looking to study biomedical engineering, which might be a little confusing for people who don't know it, but it's more of a study of how the things in medicine work, all those X-rays and stuff work. I feel like I'm good in math and sciences, and I just feel like I want to help people, and that's one of the ways I feel like I can help people.
Awesome. That's super smart for me. Uh, yeah, I took finance and accounting, which, I love dealing with money and dealing with, finances, but engineering seems very challenging and difficult. So hats off to you wanting to go into that type of field. So what's been your favorite game so far? And did that game, some of the kids, have a mantra of like Adidas, all day I dream about sports. Was that favorite game part of that mantra as well? Tell me a little bit about both if you can.
Okay, well, my favorite game was probably this junior year's first playoff game against North Rand, because I felt like coming into that there was a very big hype about how they're a run heavy team, a very powerful offense, and during the whole week our whole defense would be studying film. During school we have film sessions, and I felt like we were so well prepared and only held them to 12 points, which is very great because they have been scoring tons of points throughout the season. And I feel like my mantra of play like a champion helped me get to there, because on that day I had to show up and be able to play well in order to be to able to have that defensive stop.
Nice. And those games are memorable and always last. Defense wins championships, flat out. That's the mantra. I played defense in college, and that was our mantra going there, that defense wins champions, and we were going in every game, making sure we're going to keep the score down. So as we conclude, what would you like to say to college coaches, about, who you are as a person and your skill set and everything else? How would you like to close?
I'd like to say, I'm a very competitive person, either that's through academics or through athletics. So I want to be able to go somewhere where I can compete. And I also want to say about myself is that I will play fast. I will have my football IQ to be able to play fast. And that really helped me even last year, be able to lead our team in tackles, which I thought was very great, especially with all the great players we had. But I feel I want to be able to have a good football IQ, play fast, play aggressive to the ball, and have solid tackling and be able to stop the offense.
All right, cool. Well, it sounds like you got everything well-rounded, from the student athlete, the GPA, from the professional on the football field, as well as, coming from a great school like Notre Dame Prep, which is, second to none. There's a lot of great schools in Michigan, and Notre Dame Prep is one of those top schools here. So I appreciate you taking the 5 minutes with us, and I want to say good luck with your recruiting and look forward to you on July 1st at Hillsdale College.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Have a great night.